Welcome, y'all.
Hey, Krystin.
Hey.
Part 2.
Part 2. We're back.
For those of you who are just maybe picking this podcast up randomly, you need to go back one episode.
Yes.
Because this is part 2. For those of you who are sad that you didn't participate in Patreon and already hear this episode, I'm so sorry. But if you'd like to help support the show now, Patreon/grits, and we would love for you to help support the show because, you know, something's always broke around here.
Yes, indeed.
And I'm a little tipsy.
I could tell, but I'm happy with it.
I am going to try very hard not to get as sidebar-ish as I got.
That's all right.
In part 1.
You owe me about 80 sidebars at this point in our pod relationship.
Oh, are we keeping score?
No, what I'm saying is I'm always the sidebar girl. So you have every right to sidebar.
All right. So can you do a mini recap for those people who didn't get the Patreon immediate release?
Yes. Okay. So
I got this. Meagan Jackson, Greg Rice.
Yep.
They have 4 kids together.
Yep.
They never married.
Mm-hmm.
They broke up.
Mm-hmm.
Meagan got a job as a dead body transportation person.
Correct.
When they broke up, Meagan moved into a very bougie gated neighborhood and got a lot of money from a settlement or something of her parents.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. And Megan's neighbor and coworker, Chris, who's a deputy coroner.
Correct.
They go on jobs a lot together. Mm-hmm. Erica is Chris's wife. And we left it with Megan and Chris fucking in a Centos van, basically. So, as I said at the start of the show, if you didn't go back,
you need to go back.
You need to go back and listen if you haven't listened to the previous episode.
All right. We ready?
Do it.
All right. So, picking back up where we left off, we are now October 23rd when all of this is being discovered. So about 20 days after Greg's disappearance. What we do know is that Meagan and Greg had a conversation on the phone, and
Megan's license plate was red going into his apartment complex.
She ended up at his apartment that night. We know that his phone is showing him leaving the community, his apartment community, and that they are on the road. So now we are going to go to the Myrtle Beach funeral home, which was their next stop.
That's where they wanted to have sex next.
Well, Greg's with them.
Oh, but okay. I'm assuming Greg's dead. I don't know. Okay.
I don't know.
No, it's just a tour of the funeral.
Yeah, it's a tour. So, of course, there's no cameras at the funeral home. If there was cameras, they're not working. That's in true crime fashion. That's not going to be working.
That's a given.
Yep. So at that point, because we've just followed their digital trail all the way to the funeral home. At that point, that's where our digital trail stops. So yet again, this is like the 4th or 5th time that they have brought in Chris and Meagan for questioning. They are asked.
They got to be getting ants in their pants at this
point.
Like,
how are y'all not concerned? Because y'all have been questioned 80 times.
Yes.
So
at some point, I would just be like, no, thank you.
I'm good. Talk to my lawyer.
Yes.
I'm not going to keep talking to y'all.
Right.
But I do think, though, that the relationships that they had,
they
kind of felt like this is my friend, so they're not going to fuck me over because they work hand in hand.
With the cops. Yeah. Okay. I got you.
I think that's more of the reason why.
We're going to do everything we can to help you with this.
All we're trying to do is clear y'all.
Mm-hmm.
So they asked Meagan if she went to Greg's house the night that Greg went missing. And she says no. Like stern no. Then the investigator says, well, then why was your license plate pinging off of the LPR the night driving into his apartment community? This is what she says. Well, it shouldn't have.
Oh.
He says, well, I have pictures. I have pictures of your license plate. She says, well, that's fine, but it shouldn't have. He's like, well, it did.
She's like, nuh-uh.
That's literally that's what they did. She's like, okay, but I can't explain why that happened.
She just kept saying, nuh-uh.
Yeah, and he was like, uh-huh. Yeah. So now Krys is being questioned in the other room. He says that without a doubt, he was with Meagan the entire night. The entire night, okay? So if you were with Meagan the entire night, why were you at Greg's apartment?
Right.
So
they got these two set up to catch themselves
they told
by the short
him,
curlies.
Yes. They told him that if he was with Meagan the whole night, he went to the apartment community that night around 10 o'clock. His response is, well, I mean, I really wasn't paying attention because she was giving me a blowjob.
Oh, my God.
I was driving and I don't really know where we went.
Bro, you were driving and you don't know where you went.
Like, her blowjob ain't that good, bro. It ain't that good. It can't be.
If it is that good, they wrecked the car. Yeah. He knows exactly what the fuck tree he hit.
Yeah.
Bro.
They're looking at him like, what the fuck, dude? He says, I mean, all I'm saying is I didn't have anything to do with Greg going missing. The only thing I'm guilty of is getting a fucking blowjob.
There you go, Krys.
You got that blowjob, bro.
Yes, indeed. Show all your cards.
So police tell Meagan, you know that Krys has a motive and he has a lot to lose. And I think you're covering up for him. And she's like, well, nothing happened. Their motive, when they're saying Krys has a motive, is because she said that Greg texted the wife with those text messages.
Yeah.
So in their head, that's what they're playing on. He has a motive. He introduced the affair into everything, and this is the whole reason why shit hit the fan for y'all.
Yeah.
Police tell Krys that if they were going to put money on somebody who did it, it was going to be them. It was going to be him.
So he's like,
He's like, all right, well.
Let me tell you the real.
He says, they don't have enough to charge him. So they let them both go again.
Right.
That's all speculation. They don't have a body. They don't have evidence. They don't have anything. So 37 days after Greg went missing, a woman named Donna, she was fishing on her boat.
Oh, shit.
She was out catfishing. And this was her happy place. And her family have catfished out here forever.
Until she caught a body.
She came across a smell that she knew was not right. She saw a tarp close to the embankment, and she used her paddle to lift the tarp. And that's when she sees a body with a ratchet strap around the legs and around the neck. She immediately calls the police.
And this is, tell me again, how many days?
37 days.
Oh, my God. That body's looking rough.
Yeah. Floating in the damn water. So they come out. She calls the police. They come out. They discover the body was also tied up with black zip ties, had a cinder block attached to it with the ratchet straps, with an attempt to keep the body submerged.
They did not do a good job with that.
Clearly. And as we know, I know we've talked about this in some of the other podcasts, when the body starts to decompose, what happens?
Well, when it's in water and it like blows up and gets gassy, it just pops back up to the
right
surface.
Up. And that's what happened here.
It's nasty, man.
You never knew that?
I figured that's kind of how it went.
It's like a big balloon.
Yeah.
It just
blows up. I wonder if you stabbed that person before you submerged them.
So what you need to do is wrap them in chicken wire and stab them up.
That's what I'm saying.
You're a criminal.
Do you think that would work?
Yes.
If you stabbed all the spots where you know them gases is about to bubble up?
Well, I mean, you don't even have to know the spots, I don't think. You just, if you do them in chicken wire, they're only going to expand so much.
Because it'll expand and it'll start poking holes.
But you need to still put the cinder block on there.
Okay.
That's what I read on
Noted.
Google. That's what I read on Google.
Noted.
Grits with the side of how to get away with murder. This is what you're listening to right now.
We got to weigh it all out, man.
I'm just saying, I know they got like access to an incinerator or something, man.
It has to.
They did not need to throw a bro in the pond.
Has to.
Well, and
Right. I mean, that
submerge
would
him
make
so
sense.
poorly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all did a shitty job.
Y'all
So-
have seen all the dead bodies. Do you not know? Okay, anyway.
Well, you would think a coroner would know that it's going to fill up with fucking gas.
maybe
He
maybe Chris didn't do it. Okay.
They got a zip tie and a Chicago brick on them.
right.
That's right.
An old
And it was
Chicago
a-
brick.
It was
Chicago
a
brick.
small cinder block. It wasn't even anything that I feel like you could keep a child down with. Like it was a small.
It really was an old Chicago
It
It
brick.
was like a small little tiny cinder block.
Legit an old Chicago brick. All right.
So
He don't sink. He pops up. They find him.
they find him.
They
and
take him
finally
in.
through dental records, they find out it is Greg Rice.
Hopefully, Megan and Chris were not on duty when the body was found.
Can
and
you
They were the
imagine?
ones that
Can you
transported him.
even imagine? I don't know if they were on leave or anything like that. So that's possible.
We got to call the coroner.
Like, we got to call the big dog because the deputy's too involved in this fucking shit. So when they start to examine the body, they find that he was shot 5 times. and
Oh my God.
One of those times was in the head. Hopefully the head shot was the first one because it was like one here, one in his arm, one in his, like it was all over. It was very sporadic.
It was an
like-
absolute clusterfuck.
Yes. Yeah, there was no planning in how he was shot. They did take a look at the tarp, and it's one of the tarps that's sold at Lowe's. I guess maybe Lowe's brand, the cheapest brand you can get. I don't know if Lowe's has their own brand, but
I have
so
no idea.
they go to the Lowe's within the community, within the area, and ask if they have anyone who came in and bought all of those items, maybe all of them at one time. We're talking about like a murder dump kit.
Yes.
And they're like,
half of a cinder block,
yeah,
a Lowe's brand tarp,
zip ties.
zip ties.
I did not see duct tape, but maybe there was duct tape.
Probably not if they're zip ties. You
ratchet,
don't need that.
ratchet straps.
Yes. And they're like, oh,
Actually, we did. We had someone come and buy those things, but they paid with cash.
Oh.
Smart.
How? I
What?
know they're training those people to like at least like. Can you not question them?
Oh,
on
no.
why you're buying it?
That's inappropriate.
no.
That'd be
No,
like
I'd be-
you're
hey.
scanning shit at Walmart and they're like, oh, Supermax, I wear these. Ultra thin condoms. I like these ones too. Like, it'd be weird. It'd be weird.
There was a guy that worked at the Walgreens on 42 who would do that.
White
when,
hair.
When you would check out
I
your
hate
shit.
that shit.
Bro, like
Look at it and like
you
turn
could,
it around.
You get the
and shit.
maxi pads and he'd be like, oh, heavy flow, right?
Dude, that's different though. I'm talking about buying zip ties.
I've had that same fucking experience with that guy.
Go in there and buy like lice fucking kit or whatever. And he's like,
The young
oh.
one's got lice.
He's like, oh, I've been through this,
Yeah.
man. Jesus, so sorry you're having to go through this.
I've had that same experience.
I don't know if he still works there.
I don't
Like,
think he does,
He
'cause
fucking made me so
I
uncomfortable. I did not
know.
want to go in there anymore.
I remember that. And he was very, very strange.
But he was cheerful.
No, yeah, he was very nice.
Okay, so
Back on track.
sorry.
But no, I
Chandler.
don't think that they can ask, hey, you burying a body, you dropping a
No.
body down tonight.
I think that they can
and
search.
if they say yeah,
No, I think they can search their records and see that all these things were bought by a certain person. But if they didn't have a credit card, they could just, okay, they're bought by cash.
Yeah,
okay,
but if
I
they're-
think if you're buying that type of stuff, you should at least get a name, man.
Like there should be a body dump record kit. Like
With
you have to
cash? Come
sign,
on,
like you have
bruh.
to sign for fucking Sudafed.
like,
Give me your driver's
like we
license.
know what you're doing. At least sign your name, bro.
Your
Come
shit
on.
wasn't sus enough, but now you're paying with cash.
Yeah, like
Which nobody even
and
knows.
it's a wet dollar,
You
bro.
press,
Like, you didn't even try to dry it off, bro.
you press
Come on.
that button and the fucking blinker starts. We
Yeah.
gotta wait for a manager. I'm
Yeah.
so sorry, sir.
Ooh, I've had a problem with my computer.
They're pressing that fucking under
Yes.
button to get the police there. fast as
SWAT
they
shows
can.
up in the parking lot.
Got the bear cat rolled into the door.
Okay.
All right.
So they say yes with cash. Smart. However, we're in 2020.
There's videos.
Everywhere.
Oh, right.
There-
They don't need a name.
There's video
Forgot about
everywhere. Who do you think was seen buying that stuff?
It was Chris for sure. No, Megan.
Who do you think?
I think
Heading on down to Lowe's.
it's got to be Meg.
It wasn't Meg. It was Chris.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Meg was. It was probably too much for her to buy. that stuff.
She planned this, obviously, So she wasn't going to get on camera.
Fuck no.
Right, yeah.
Absolutely. She's like, you know what? He's just stupid enough to actually go and buy this
My
stuff.
pussy's so good.
Yeah.
He'll do whatever.
I'll give it to you after you bring the tarp back. We can do it in the van. We can just handle all of our business at once. So now we know Krys is 100% involved.
Mm-hmm.
One of the gas stations along the way where the body was found, they see Krys's car, his fucking work car, driving there to where the body was found and back. Her car's nowhere to be found. He's our prime suspect now with the motive. So they arrest Krys. They show him the evidence that they have, and he immediately, I want a lawyer.
Yeah.
Smart. They leave the pictures because they're like, we're not going to keep talking to you. You want a lawyer? Cool. They leave the pictures. They leave the picture of him in his nice slacks and his tucked in button up and his nice shoes holding a fucking Pepsi Zero with all that shit in his buggy.
Yeah.
They leave that out, and they leave the image that they have taken of Greg's body, and they leave that out. And they're like, and basically, fuck you.
And he's in there by himself, and he starts talking to himself. He asks them before they leave, what am I being arrested for? And the dude's like, murder, duh, as they're walking out the room. And then they go to Meagan because they brought them both back in. They go to Meagan and they let her know, we know that Krys was involved in this. She says that she has nothing else to say. And they told her again that they feel like Krys is the one with the motive. Why would you do anything like this? He's the reason. Greg told his wife that y'all were having an affair. It's obvious that he's the one that was running the damn show. Sure.
She finds out that, or she finds all of that out, and then basically their story starts to dissolve. And they show a picture of Krys buying the stuff at the Lowe's, and she's like, oh, holy shit. Then they show a picture of Greg wrapped up in the tarp. And
she like, I can't believe he would do that.
No. They ask her, are you sure that you knew where Krys was? Yeah, he was with me the whole day. Okay. So she continues on with whatever story that has
sticking to her lie.
Yep. So they tell her that she needs to talk and tell them exactly what happened, or she can say nothing and they'll arrest her.
Yeah.
She gets cuffed, and Krys and Meagan are both charged with murder.
Oh.
You don't want to tell us anything? You're going down too.
Yes.
Police go to notify Greg and Meagan's oldest daughter that they did find her dad and that her mom and Krys had something to do with it. They told her that they'd both been arrested. With both of them in jail, now they go and they start searching through both houses. Can you imagine how traumatized, one, these kids are, but like how traumatized Erica is at this point? She's
pregnant.
Yeah, about to have a baby.
But poor Savannah is like left at the house.
Yes.
Her dad's dead.
Dad's dead. Mom's arrested.
Yeah.
Sorry. You know, like this is what you get to deal with now.
Right.
We're going to search the house. We're going to tear shit up. So they start looking around Meagan's house. And this is where things kind of get a little bit, it just gets a little weird for me. They start searching around.
So far,
yeah,
nothing's been weird for you.
No,
this is where this is
the moment.
I think because some of this stuff I have dealt with in my personal life.
Okay,
that it got to where it was like, I know exactly how she feels right this second.
Okay,
so they go search around the house. They find guns. All the guns are accounted for. They were bought properly. The only thing that they found that was suspicious was that there was an empty box for a gun that matches the suspected murder weapon.
Okay.
So they're thinking this is the type of gun. They don't have a murder weapon, but they did find the empty box at Meagan's house.
Yeah.
They also find alcohol bottles everywhere. And when I say everywhere, I'm talking about fucking everywhere.
Are we talking about rubbing alcohol?
We're talking about Malibu rum, Fireball, Tito's, Angels. Like I'm telling you, every single room has a cabinet that either has empty alcohol bottles, full, half full. Under the bathroom sink, there's alcohol bottles.
Bro.
It is fucking everywhere.
Why aren't they just throwing away the empties?
And
And why do
maybe
you need it in every?
every
You need to be
fucking
wasted
room.
on the toilet while
Every
you're
fu-
taking a shit.
You know that little basket behind the toilet? She probably had fucking minis in that fucking basket.
Oh my god!
There was a bag that had minis that they unzipped and took a picture of. I'm telling you, alcohol fucking everywhere. And there was no specific type. It was all of them.
Everything.
Everything.
Okay.
It's as if you took your leftovers from all your parties and
Mhm.
compiled them. That's what was everywhere.
All of them?
It was so much fucking alcohol. So much.
This is weird.
Okay, see what I'm saying? They also find that there were locks on the pantry, which means the kids didn't have free access to food.
Yeah.
They also find that the kids' bedroom doors, you know the locks that you have on houses? You type, my front door has beep, 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 beep.
Yeah.
Nah.
That's on the kids' bedroom doors.
Nah.
The is on the outside.
The code, punch code.
On the
doors.
outside
Wow.
of all the doors.
Wow.
So she is locking them in.
Yeah.
She then goes and they go in because she's not doing this actively, obviously. They go in the kids' rooms. The kids' windows are nailed shut.
Jesus.
Okay. The kicker is they're not only nailed shut, there's foam insulation in the lines where the window would be able to go up and down,
Yeah.
sprayed. So they couldn't even lift that window if they needed to.
These kids were like in a fire hazard.
Yeah.
100%.
situation.
100%.
One fire and they're done.
And they can't get out.
Yeah.
So
She's a horrible, awful human.
yes. She would lock the kids in their rooms when she was out of the house or working or whatever.
Yeah.
There's no indication that these kids had anything wrong with them. I know a lot of times you'll see houses where parents have like a top lock on their pantry.
Mm-hmm.
I did. I had a twist lock on my pantry because I woke up multiple times. My kid has done climbed to the top of the fucking pantry
Yeah.
and he's sitting in there at 3:00 in the morning eating whatever at the fucking top, just sitting. Hey, mommy. I'm like, oh my, this kid's going to get killed. So we did have that on our pantry, a little twist lock. I get that. My kid with special needs. He was a little tyrant. That's what we had to do.
Yeah.
But you're locking these kids in with padlocks and locks on the windows, and it was like,
Jail.
yes, it was, and there was nothing that led to them being abused or anything like that.
Right.
It's just like she just had these kids, and it's not like she's been in this house forever. They moved in this house maybe a year ago.
Yeah.
So she's done all of these things in
Right.
that short amount of time. Now, they do have the bartender that was working the night that those two went and ate.
When they went on the dinner.
Yes, when they went to eat
Yeah.
at whatever the restaurant was.
Let's
the
say
bartender
let's
comes
say
in.
Denny's.
Denny's.
And bartender.
I think it was called Abuela's.
Okay. I like Denny's better.
All right, so Denny's.
And they have
They don't have a bartender.
Yes,
at
they
Denny's.
do.
Okay,
Do
yes, they do.
actually?
No,
No.
Oh, I was like, I've never been to a Denny's, but I might go now.
we're going to Denny's. Bitch.
Yeah.
So
shot.
and they're like, sir, we don't do that here. Shots of syrup. That's it.
That's it.
So the bartender comes and says, hey, I have some things to say about, like, I've seen this on the news and I want to let y'all know what I heard that night. They blurred her face. They didn't, which I'm glad they did. Because I don't think she wanted to be involved, but she felt like she needed to come and say what she said.
She didn't want people to know she worked at Denny's.
That's probably what it was.
The Denny's bar.
Mhm. Also, you have to remember that these two have just gotten in trouble, but they've been in and out of questioning. So they were on the loose. So she didn't really know the ins and outs of what was going on.
She's like, I'm not trying to get killed
Yeah,
up.
right.
Blur my face.
Yeah. So the bartender says that she hears Meagan telling Krys that she hated her kids and she thinks about killing them all the time.
Oh my
In
God.
a public place, you're saying that?
It's
Dude.
insane, man.
So then that adds a whole nother level of all the fucked up shit that she's doing.
Yes. Why didn't she just give those kids to Greg?
True.
It would have been easy. But we always say that. Why didn't you just get a divorce? Why didn't you just put your kids up for adoption? Why didn't you? I think it was a power thing for her to be able to make everybody think that Greg was a piece of shit and that she was a good mom. In all reality, that the shoe was on the other foot.
Yeah.
To make herself feel good about whatever the fuck she was doing.
Yeah.
Chris.
Fucking narcissist.
Yeah. Chris later confirms that all those things were said and that he felt like that was just the alcohol talking and there's no way that she would ever be capable of killing her kids.
Was it the bathroom alcohol talking?
Which one?
Was it
the toilet alcohol?
Was it the Denny's alcohol talking?
Like, I guarantee you she carried alcohol bottles in a big ass purse with her all the
Was
time.
it the Centos van alcohol bottles talking?
Ain't no telling. So a week after their arrest, Meagan and Chris have a bond hearing. They both get out on bond.
Okay.
They're both on house arrest.
But they live fucking right there.
Yes. And remember we did a story about how the ankle monitors are not being monitored properly.
Yes.
And we had somebody kill somebody else.
Yes.
And they were on fucking house arrest.
What
Yes.
episode is that?
I don't know. It was one I did. It was one I told.
We'll have to check the spreadsheet.
Yeah. Pull
Yeah.
the spreadsheet for that.
So there were a couple times where they can see that both ankle monitors are together.
Bow, chicka, wow,
Yeah.
wow.
And they were ordered no contact to be made between the two of them, obviously. And that also meant that Meagan was not able to have contact with her children because of all those extra charges she done brought on herself.
Well, we just don't have the manpower to take care
Monitor.
of. Yes.
Who's
Yeah.
in charge of monitoring? Is that like a separate
I don't
job?
think when I did that story, I don't remember what year it was, but it wasn't something that was actively being monitored. It was like 9 to 5. And if we show up at 9 o'clock in the morning and we can see that these two people violated, then we'll handle it then. But that doesn't help anybody if you have somebody hunting you down to kill you.
Yes.
They're dead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
So I
insane.
know that in that story, her parents were fighting to get some sort of active GPS monitoring
Yeah.
on those. Like something should happen if they leave their fucking front
Yeah.
porch.
Yeah.
Sure.
An alarm should.
Something.
Yeah.
Murderer, screaming out of their fucking ankle.
There's grocery stores where
Something.
you can't take the buggy outside of the perimeter of the parking lot.
With the freaking pole.
Well, no. That's out the store.
Yeah.
I'm talking about their buggies that they have a perimeter set around the parking lot. Once you get to that perimeter, the buggy wheels lock
Really?
and you can't push it anymore.
I didn't know that.
It's some Aldi level
So
stuff
if
right
they
there.
can if they can do that shit,
Why can't they keep track of
so
this
then
shit?
put the ankle monitor on them, and when they go out of the perimeter, the ankle
Lock it up.
the ankle monitor just fucking
Has spikes that shoot out of it. And
Something.
it's like locked
Into their
into-
legs.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like a bear trap to where
Yes.
they can't get that bitch to do anything other than
Absolutely.
bleeding out. Then they have to
Yes.
show up at a hospital and it's a whole thing.
yeah.
Yeah. And then the nurse is like, you violated your shit, didn't you?
And I'm gonna
bitch?"
tell you what,
Shouldn't have came out of your house.
Yeah.
that fucking shit happens to one person, and word gets around the hood,
Oh, it'd be it.
then they not doing that
They be
no more.
sliding them bitches off, making their toes as short and long as they could. To get
No,
Here, baby mama, wear this for
you
me.
cannot get them off. No,
Like it. That's how it should be. So I haven't checked back on that, but I should. I'll look into that and have an answer for you next time. So she couldn't have contact with him and her kids. So it's unclear where the kids went in the meantime. I know where they are now, but I
Yeah.
don't know where they were in the meantime.
I imagine they were in foster care.
Something like that. I don't know.
CPS, Yeah.
Come to find out, they're still having contact. And when they're questioned about the
No.
contact, because the two ankle monitors are seen together, when they're questioned about it, they said that they were exchanging Christmas presents.
We were knocking ankle
It's
monitors.
my dick in a box, babe. Like, what the fuck? We're exchanging Christmas presents, and that should be okay. So, the crazy part to me is Erica
I'm
stood by
done.
Chris the entire time.
I'm done.
She rode behind this man this entire time.
Ride or die.
Ride or die. she was like, he might have helped her. He was helping out a friend type of thing. If that's how you want to live, do you? Erica also found a burner phone in the house with one contact in it with a nickname of whatever, and she knew.
Erica's about to pop out another kid for this man. She ain't trying to get to be a single mom of 2 kids.
Exactly. So she rode behind him. They did all the family things, during that time. Because of the lack of even dance, because I had Blaze spell check.
Even dance
in this case, they're asking
instead of evidence.
Yeah. They're asking one of the two to basically, they need one of them to break. They need one of them to tell on the other.
Yeah, of course.
Because they don't have enough.
It ain't going to
evidence.
be her. It ain't going to be her.
So Chris breaks first.
Yes.
And he tells them what happened. And here's what he says. He says that Meagan said that she left her reading. This is how ridiculous. This is verbatim because it was so ridiculous that I just had to type exactly what he said because none of it made sense to me.
Yeah.
He says that Meagan said she left her reading glasses and she needed to go see Greg.
Girl.
Like, you can't see Greg without your reading glasses, girl.
No, listen to me. If you left your reading glasses at Greg's, you done passed $7 Generals.
100%.
A fucking Dollar Tree, Walgreens,
Family Dollar,
CVS, all them bitches got reading glasses.
Even Lowe's has reading glasses, bro.
Okay, there you go.
Like, you can get them bitches.
When you was there getting the body,
you should have got some
death kit. You should have picked you up some. She's stupid.
So,
he's stupid.
He's so stupid. And then he says that she came back shaking, telling Chris that they needed to go because Chris says he went to the funeral home. And that she came back to the funeral home because I guess she needed a reading glass at the funeral home. And that's why she went to go see Greg. She came back. She was shaking. She said, we need to go. The next day, this is Chris telling the story. The next day, she says that she needs him to go get rid of the body.
Jesus Christ. I thought you just went in to get your reading glasses.
Exactly. So none of that made sense to me.
I had a knife in my hand and I tripped.
It just happened. Yeah,
I had a gun in my hand and I tripped.
What did I say in the last story? The gun just went off.
Yes.
So they asked him to take a lie detector test. He said no.
Him? Okay.
He said no. So they move on to Meagan. They get to work on Meagan.
This bitch ain't doing nothing.
They tell Meagan if she tells them everything, she might get a reduced sentence. And as we know, they have nothing to do with the sentence. They can only recommend.
Can they say that?
Oh, yeah. Fucking-lutely.
Hell yeah, they can.
That. Yeah. Cops, listen to me. When you get in the
Listen to me, son.
When you get in the interrogation room,
I'm not going into the interrogation room.
My mom said I can't.
Like, I know I'm on grits with a side of how to get away with murder, but I ain't going there.
But listen to me. They can lie to you.
Yeah, 100%.
That's
okay.
Crazy
that they could say that they can reduce the sentence.
But they're able to say they can recommend a reduced sentence.
Okay.
And to someone who is stupid enough to do some shit like this to begin with, y'all can recommend? All right, I'll tell you on that recommendation.
Yeah.
So.
But here's the thing. They can, even if they make a deal with the district attorney, a lot of times, the judge still has the final say.
They want. Yep. 100%. So, here's what she said happened. She says that Chris tells her that she needs to go to Greg's house and convince him to come to the funeral home so that he can confront Greg about those text messages he sent exposing their affair. So she did exactly what he said, but she brought Greg in the transportation van and tells Greg he can go inside with Chris and she's going to sit in the car. Remember, there's no cameras, so there's no way to corroborate what actually happened at the funeral home.
I feel like Greg is way smarter than this. He wouldn't go. Maybe he did.
He did go.
Okay.
He ends up going inside, and she says that she gave them a few minutes alone so they could have their man-to-man conversation. Then she gets out of the car. Chris comes out as she's getting out of the car. He comes out of the funeral home and she's like, where the hell is Greg? And he says, well, Greg left because he got mad and he walked out the front door.
Whatever.
Then they ask,
Meagan, you're such a fucking liar.
Then they ask, when did she know that Greg was dead? And she says, I didn't know he was dead until y'all showed me the picture of him wrapped up in the tarp.
Wow.
Right.
She took the lie detector test. How do you think she did?
Failed miserably. Am I right?
100%.
But you can't use that in court.
No,
You cannot.
but
it helps.
it
the
helps.
Police. Okay, are we focusing on the right person? Or are we not?
Because if they
focusing?
pass it, then they're like, maybe we need to kind of look at other avenues.
Yes.
Because she's fully great on this lie detector. They can't use it in court, but they can use it as a tool.
How legit is a lie detector test, though?
I mean,
It's not legit enough to use in court,
right.
but it's legit enough to monitor. Hey, if we're asking them about, did you lock your kids in their rooms and sealed off the windows? And she says no, and her heart goes to 60 miles an hour a minute. They can say, okay, well, she
Right.
probably fucking did that shit.
Yeah.
Right? That's basically
Yeah.
what they do.
There's a whole process.
Yeah.
They ask you a lot of baseline questions.
Yeah.
They give you more than one test just to,
Yeah.
there's
The sky blue? Is the sky blue? Yes or no?
what's your
Yes.
name? When were you born? Sorry, I have the hiccups.
I
can't-
know. It's
can't.
okay. But they ask you basic questions. That way they can get the baseline of, well, obviously this was true and their heart rate didn't go through the roof. Now we're going to ask them, did you murder this person?
Right.
Were you involved in this crime or whatever it is? And when their heart rate elevates, then they're like, okay, well, they probably had something to do with this. So she takes it. She fucking fails. Obviously, we know that. What the investigators felt they didn't want to do was put Meagan on the stand because they didn't feel confident enough to any degree that she was going to tell the fucking truth.
Yeah.
So-
She's
She's a heavy liar. bro.
unpredictable witness.
Mhm.
So
Because what they were trying to do was persuade her to testify against Chris,
Yeah.
and Chris, they were trying to persuade him to testify against her. Somebody's lying. They're both lying. They're both telling the truth, whatever it is. So we're going to fast forward to 2024.
okay.
They have decided, the prosecution or whoever decides this, I don't really know, DA, whatever, they decide to try them separately.
Yeah,
Is the DA?
it's the DA.
So the DA says, we're going to try
who
them
is also
separately.
the prosecutor.
Okay. So that guy, in this case, it was a lady.
We're gonna try them separate.
We're going to try them separate. They decide that the easier case is Chris because
He bought all the shit.
he bought all the
They
shit.
have way more evidence.
We can track that his phone was here and there and all that.
Yeah.
But what happened shocked everyone
What happened?
because day 2, Chris decides, I'm going to take a plea.
Oh.
The reporters that were talking about this, they're like, we fucking prepared for like a 7-8 day trial.
Right.
And now we got 2 days. We don't have shit to talk about.
We done spent our per diems
yeah.
and everything.
Yeah.
Right? We thought we was gonna be here a while.
I love per diem. I think that's the best thing in the world. So he takes a plea last minute. And the reason he takes the plea is because what they were going for was murder.
Yeah. He
The-
would have got the death penalty.
Correct. The plea that he took last minute put him as accessory to murder after the fact and conspiracy to commit murder. So that was part of the plea, which they can offer, Chandler, they can offer that, and that will dictate what they're allowed to sentence them as. There's a lower bracket on that.
They're not gonna get death penalty.
Right.
So if it's conspiracy
also
and
sound-
accessory,
It also sounds like he's got to turn some evidence with this conspiracy accessory.
correct.
If you're gonna want to take this plea,
This is what you have to do.
you need to tell us what the fuck really happened.
Yes. So after he took the plea, he told them that he would testify against Meagan on
Okay.
trial.
Good.
Now, crazy thing is, after finding out that Chris took the plea, Greg and Megan's oldest daughter,
Savannah.
Savannah, decides She's going to testify against her too.
Okay. You go, girl.
Okay, Savannah. She decides that I know enough that I can add something to this case.
Yeah.
So, my legs are falling asleep. So, June 2025. Okay, so we're into the next year. First witness on the stand is Megan's oldest daughter, Savannah. Megan didn't know Savannah was testifying.
Oh, snap.
So her face is like, what the fuck is she doing here?
She had to know. They couldn't bring her to the stand without the defense being prepared. Maybe her attorney didn't tell her.
I think that if it was in conversation, that they closed that conversation out.
And she thought it was done.
And she thought it was done. No, she's not going to testify. And then all of a sudden, Chris takes this plea, and the daughter's like, yeah, fuck yeah, I'm fucking testifying.
All right.
So maybe they did, or I don't know, but she was shocked.
Okay. You saw her face?
Yeah, and she's looking at her attorneys like, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah.
So.
Why does the defense have to know?
Because it all has to be fair.
Yes. Anything that it's like full disclosure.
It's in this discovery package that
I would be
all get.
I just let him bring up anybody, man. Like
anything that the prosecution knows, the defense needs to know, and vice versa, so that they can prepare
properly,
evenly.
To craft a lie.
Because
pretty much
what could happen is if they pop up with a witness that is not told on both sides, then that can delay the trial or throw the trial off completely.
It can
because
also,
we didn't know that y'all were doing this and we didn't have time to prepare questions for this person.
It could also be like a reason for appeal if if the trial doesn't go the way that
correct. Yeah. They have to keep it as clean as they can. Otherwise,
I guess I'm just thinking in this case.
Yeah.
It's time to craft a lie.
Yeah. They tried.
They're crafty.
Yeah.
They tried. So, Savannah, and I only put a little bit in here, but Savannah, one thing that Savannah did say was one night after her dad has gone missing.
Yeah.
She comes home. She's fucked up. Obviously, we know she's an alcoholic because there's bottles everywhere.
Yeah.
And Savannah, being the in-home sitter at this point,
yeah,
she tells Megan, "Hey, Sally, the little sister, has not been behaving. She hasn't been listening. She's just been a handful tonight."
Oh my God!
And Megan starts yelling and fusses and puts the kid wherever the kid goes. And she looks to Savannah and says, "You know what? I hope whatever happened to your dad happens to your little sister."
Holy shit.
Savannah responds and Savannah's crying on the stand. Because I can tell that this is breaking her to have to do this.
Yes.
But that's the only way that she knows that this is
Megan's going to go away.
It has to happen.
The horror will stop for her and the kids.
Yes. So she looks at her mom and she says, "What do you mean?" Like sobbing, and she's telling this story. And she says her mom does not respond to that and just moves on about her life.
Wow.
Then they bring up Chris, which is their main witness at this point. He gets on the stand and he tells the jury exactly what happened that night. So now I'm going to tell you guys what happened. I don't even need that one.
Okay. We're at 43.
Okay. All right. So he says, this is him. I put it in quotation. I'm just going to read it how he says it. "I drove her van in the direction of Greg's place, and we see Greg walking down the road within that apartment complex. I pull the van up against where Greg is walking. The door, Megan opens the door. She flips out of the van. She shoots Greg 5 times.
Holy fuck.
Not in broad daylight because it's night, but like in the middle of everything.
Yes.
We both got out, picked Greg up off of the street. We put him in the stretcher in the back of the van and we drive to the funeral home as if this is any other body.
Yep.
We put him in the cooler. The next day, I go to Lowe's and I get the things that I needed to get rid of Greg's body.
Jesus.
I waited until dark. I went back to the funeral home. I got Greg's body. I put him in a tarp. I tied it to him and the cinder blocks. So basically, he rolled him up like a burrito, put the ratchet straps on, tied the cinder block on with the ratchet straps. I drive to this local bridge. I think the river is called like PD River.
Okay.
I drive to the bridge and I open up the hatch of my Explorer. So all this time he's still driving his coroner's car.
Yeah.
I then dump the body over the bridge. It took me about 10 seconds to drop him in. That's what he says happens.
All right.
So Meagan killed him. They did exactly what they were trained to do, which is get the body and put the body in the cooler and we wait. How that wasn't looked at or anything, I think because it was a weekend type thing.
Well,
I don't fucking know.
I mean, nobody.
I guess you have funerals on the weekend.
If you have a deceased person that you're picking up and bringing to the ice box, so to speak, I don't think anybody's really checking behind you on that.
Maybe so.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I don't know.
The person's dead. Like, you're not.
I know, but you'd have to have some sort of paperwork to have a spot for a fucking body in a cooler. If Jim Bob the top corner comes in and it's like, where the fuck did this body come from?
Yeah.
I guess maybe because they were doing it that morning. I don't know the circumstance.
All right. They knew it was a Saturday. They knew Jim Bob
was off or he was on vacation or who fucking knows.
Yeah.
So Megan's lawyers get up and they try and discredit his story. They're like, you're a liar. You've lied this entire time. Why are we, why should we believe you now? Why should the jury believe you now? What he said was, I did what Megan told me to do because she told me that she would kill me if I didn't.
Holy fuck.
He said, and
I had already just seen her unload 5 rounds into a motherfucker.
And he has tears in his eyes. And he says, I watched her kill the father of her children, the man that she was with for 15 years, and didn't bat an eye. I thought she really was going to kill me. And she might have. Also, within that same trial, it also comes out that those text messages that were sent to Erica.
Yes.
Who do you think sent them?
Well, it was Megan.
Megan sent them.
Because she was setting this whole fucking thing up from the beginning.
This was in September. So you're talking about severely premeditated.
Listen, she was in it for the long game. But.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
What I don't understand is what was the motive? What was the motive for Megan?
I don't know.
And I looked and I researched and I tried to figure out.
I think the motive is she's just a fucking cunt.
She fucking hated the kids.
Yeah.
She treated them like shit. She didn't want Greg. She wasn't worried about Greg being with somebody else. She had the house. She had the job. She had everything that she could want. What was the motive? Why did you need to kill this man?
She was a narcissist.
That's crazy to me. Like, I just sat there and I was like, why the fuck did you need to kill this man?
Yes.
You were separated.
Okay. I got to ask this question real quick.
Okay.
Where did all the money come from? Do you know? Was that really her parents? Did they not ever talk about that? Okay.
I don't know if the parents died.
I thought this was going to be like, oh, come to find out she had killed somebody and got their life insurance 5 years earlier. Okay.
And because they weren't married.
Right.
There was no splitting of assets. Like, there was no reason for her to kill this man other than I want to have my kids to myself, which clearly she didn't give a fuck about her kids.
Right.
You know, sometimes we see where the motive is, I didn't want to share custody with my kids, so I killed this man.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You didn't like your kids. You had no reason to kill this guy. He was not disrupting anything because you're the one that fucking sent the text messages.
Yeah.
He did not do shit to you.
She just wanted to be in 100% control.
That's crazy.
Narcissist.
That was the hardest part of the end of the story, was just like, why the fuck did you? Why? And the daughter's left wondering why.
So did the jury believe Krys?
Sorry, I went off on a tangent. That bothers me still so much. I want to know why. The daughter wants to know. Everybody wants to fucking know why you did this.
You'll never know.
You'll never know. So the jury deliberated for a short amount of time. Oh, the defense calls no witnesses. Zero.
Wow.
Zero.
She has nobody who will stand up and talk
and say shit for her.
on her behalf.
Nothing.
And they sure shit don't want to call her to the stand
Nope,
because she's a loose
fucking
cannon.
crazy.
She's a loose cannon.
She'll say some shit off the cuff and fuck herself over.
Yes, she will.
So, the jury deliberated for a short amount of time. Meagan's found guilty of murder. They ended up dismissing the child neglect charges because they had her on as long as they could. She got life. There was no reason to drag the kids through all that extra shit.
Yeah.
So she gets life. Then Krys actually has his sentencing after because they wanted to make sure that he was going to testify and there was going to be a good outcome.
He did his duty.
He did what he was supposed to do. But even with accessory and conspiracy after the fact, he got the max on both of them. So he got 15 on accessory and he got 5 on conspiracy to commit murder. Meagan and Greg, why did this print this so slanty? Meagan and Greg's younger kids, they're sent to live with Greg's son from a previous relationship.
Dang.
So it's their half older brother.
Yes.
The younger ones, the younger 3 are sent to live with him. So I think I would imagine he was much older.
Yeah.
And then Savannah, she's out living on her own.
Wow.
I watched the 2020 Driven to Death
God
case. It was probably one of the longer ones that I've seen from 2020. I did Wikipedia, Murderpedia, and then I did a few other news outlets, like local news outlets for my sources. But they reached out to her for a question or comment, and she wrote this long letter basically saying Krys lied. He's a liar.
Oh, my God.
None of this is true.
So,
blah, blah, blah.
She's in forever.
Forever.
Krys, does he ever have a chance of parole?
He does. But by that point, his kids are going to be grown. He's not
Well, I don't know.
There's not a whole lot to come out for. However, I will tell you, as of when this 2020 came out, which was like earlier this year, she's still standing by him. She had to tell her
Erica?
kids. Yep.
Oh, wow.
She had to tell her kid because her kids were young. She didn't say, hey, your dad's in jail for murder. Like she waited. And when he was sentenced, she broke down and finally had the conversation with the kids and said, this is what's going on. Obviously, we're going to go visit daddy while he's there.
Ew.
Yada, yada.
Okay. Well, she's a better woman than me.
She is a way better woman than I. Yeah, absolutely.
Ain't happening.
No.
Wow. That was a crazy story.
It was a crazy one.
Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am.
Never heard it.
I'm glad.
Nothing even remote.
I told
about
you
it.
that one like captivated me because it was just so like, what the fuck is happening?
What the fuck?
I want to know the why. I want to know fucking why.
I understand that feeling, but sometimes we're not going to ever know.
I hate that. I hate it.
Chandler, how'd you like that story?
That was a really good one.
Yeah. Thank you for camera switching.
Yes, thank you, Chandler.
And being a co-host.
Yes.
All right, guys, if you enjoyed that story and you want to help support the show, go to Patreon/grits, Patreon/grits. Sometimes I spell it wrong.
You did good.
Also go to Facebook. We have a group and a page.
Yes.
Follow us, like us, but big, number 1, YouTube.
YouTube it.
Follow us, please. Help us out.
Share a video here and there on Facebook because we can do that.
Yes, on the group, the Family, Friends, and Fans page, the Effers.
Yep.
You can actually share there.
Mm-hmm.
So
you can post and comments or questions or anything like that.
Yes.
We'd be happy to answer those questions too.
Absolutely. Anything else? Did I miss anything?
I think we got
All
it.
right. Thank y'all both so much.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. We love y'all. Tell your mom and them to listen, and we gonna let Zydeco Mike take us out.
Bye.